shit as soon as the stream starts, and that is our normal. Speaking of our normal, hello and welcome everybody. It's Sunday evening. It's 7 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. It's 10 p.m. over on the East Coast, and this is Comedy Workshop, episode number 411. I am your host, Tara Christian Wiedner of Loaded Relaxation Comedy, and you are here to witness a panel of some comedians that are coming up with some brand new material, and we're about to work it all out for you. So if you are not familiar with the Comedy Workshop or how it goes down, this is a comedy safe space. You are about to hear some jokes that you might not hear out in the wild, and that's okay. We are saying some things, we're working stuff out for the very first time, and we're allowed to say whatever the hell we want, and you are allowed to die mad about it. So if you get offended, my apologies, but this is not the place for you to air your grievances. So take that shit elsewhere. Type a blog about it. I don't care, but just laugh as long as you're in this room. So we have all been given a topic at random from the mighty gods of the Comedy Workshop that we call Scott and Cavan. That might be their real names. We don't know. Omnipotent beings usually don't have a form, but these two guys have Facebook pictures and families and everything. So I'm just going to take the word, do the jokes, and we're going to move along with life because I fear if these are angry and vengeful gods, what will happen? So we've all been given a topic at random, and we will have 3 to 5 minutes to present jokes on that topic. And then we go around roundtable fashion. We give some feedback on those jokes, some constructive criticism to make them a little bit better. And we keep going on in a circle. Once we have given our random topics, we will all have a chance to work out 3 to 5 minutes of material that we have been working out on stages, at mics, or just in our head, but we're going to present that to you and get some more feedback on it. And it's all in the name of making jokes better. So we are glad that you have joined us here for it, and we hope that you enjoy the show. I feel like I just worked out that whole thing like I'm some like 70s game show host. So let's grab my fake teeth and get going. Okay, that was horrible, and I will never do that again, I promise. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this hoe on the toad. I am going to start out with my topic. Let me get my timer up here and ready so that way I don't burn my own damn light. So the topic that I was given this week was house cleaning services. Starting the timer now. All right, so I started thinking of great housekeepers in history. And so what do we do? Suggest edits? Yeah, if you're in this room, you absolutely do. You got to be a panel on the workshop to suggest your edits. That was coming from a Facebook user. And if you give permission for your comments, then I will know who the heck you are. All right, back onto my set. So I started thinking about great house cleaners in history. And I started thinking about sitcom maids. We've got Alice from the Brady Bunch. She could have had a bomb-ass cleaning service, especially if you got a fuck ton of kids. We've got Flo from the Jeffersons. She was awesome and snarky. Always had a great comeback. I mean, she would definitely keep everyone in line, especially your snarky ass husband when he comes home with his weird fucking hair. Let's see. Other great house cleaners, we got Rosie from the Jetsons. She was awesome. She's robotic, and you could probably program her to do some other crazy shit on the side. I don't know, watch her with your husbands or watch her with your sons. I don't know. What goes down with your vacuums is your own business. But then I started thinking, the best house cleaner in history has got to be Tangina from Poltergeist. One of the greatest, most iconic lines from horror movie history is, "This house is clean." I mean, right there, you've got your slogan. That is business marketing 101, people. This house is clean. Okay, so we know that you're out to do it. You're going to do a good job. Now, this isn't just scrubbing your toilets, man. I mean, if you've got a kitchen with some meat that's like overflowing with maggots, she's going to clean that shit right up. You got a swimming pool overflowing with dead bodies? Guess what? Not going to happen. Pink slime overflowing your bathtubs and doing some weird shit in your closets? She is going to clean that shit right up. It's like Mr. Clean meets, I don't know. I didn't think of anything for that second part. I actually didn't even write a set for this. We are spitballing here, people. But I think if we put the two together, you could rid the ghosts and the grime. And the next thing you know, she's going to have a sweet ass tune to follow it. And it's going to be like, "This house is clean. This house is clean. Ooh, this house is clean. And then like her commercials would be awesome, and they'd have some great CGI with some ghosts, and then she's like, ka 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 ka, and then next thing you know, it's like sparkle, sparkle, ghosts are gone. And then you've got this immaculately clean house in Palo Verde. I think that's where the place was called. And then Carol Ann comes out from the TV and it's all sparkling clean because you know how we do. And she's like, oh my God, Mom, the house looks fantastic. What'd you do? And then before you know it, the mom from the Poltergeist comes out in like her haunted football jersey and she's all, we call Tangina and this house is clean. And like, this could be an amazing, probably scary commercial. I have no idea what I'm coming up with right now, and I probably shouldn't nap before shows because this is a fever dream of a commercial pitch, but I am here for it, people. So we could hire Tangina because this is how the other half lives. I think it's fucking dope. So we're gonna hire Tangina. She's gonna clean our houses. She's gonna rid the ghosts. And if you call now, she's gonna throw in a free Ouija board just in case. So if she misses any spots, you can actually find them. And then
God,
like
that's
the planchette would be like a Roomba and it would just go on its own. And it's like, whoop, missed this one. Whoop, missed this one. And then all of a sudden it's like your house is clean. Tangina. And I think I'm gonna call it there. That's about 4 minutes on house cleaning services. So yeah, call Tangina for all your home cleaning needs. And we're gonna open it up to some feedback for whatever the hell that just was. Neil, let's start with you. What feedback do you have for whatever?
I'm sorry, that was the writing prompt, or that was like stuff you're working on for yourself?
That was my writing prompt. Did you freeze?
Seems like it.
Oh my God. Okay. I thought that he was just really deep in concentration. That was a perfect freeze. Neil. Okay. That got awkward. So let's go ahead. We're going to come back to Neil as soon as he unfreezes. Brad, go ahead and throw some feedback at me. I saw you writing some stuff down.
Yeah, actually, man, the one thing came to mind when you're talking about the greatest house cleaners ever. I thought Monica Lewinsky would be a good thing to add there because she like spit cleaned the whole White House, right, or something like that. I don't know.
Awesome. Yes.
Like, I don't know, but something like that is what I was thinking.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Neil's back. Neil.
I'm gone again, huh?
No, you're there, buddy.
No, you're here.
We see you. To answer your question, that was my writing prompt. You froze right after I said that.
Of course. Sorry, I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. I have no idea if this is.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you're attacking. The writing prompt was what, house cleaners?
Yeah, home cleaning services.
Home cleaning services. I love that. Like that you like gave the misdirect that you were like going like, you know, Alice or whatever, who's the boss or whatever you were talking about, and then it was like, no, we're gonna go with the crazy lady from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna, and maybe if you like, maybe if you could tie in other horror things like what other horror people would be good house cleaners. You know,
I was thinking
like if the kids are being messy, like you get Freddy. He'll get those kids out of there.
I like where you're going.
Like if whatever. If it's like a virgin sacrifice, Joe in the volcano or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like
candy wrappers everywhere, Michael Myers cleaning up.
Yeah, like depending on the kind of grime, it's like, if like if marshmallows exploded in the microwave, you get the Ghostbusters or like what, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like examples. I can't really.
I love where you're going with this. Yes.
And actually, if I could just add something to that, when Neil was talking, it just gave me this funny idea. I just thought it'd be so funny to be like in the person's mind who's cleaning the house of, say, Freddy Krueger. Be like, oh my God, like there's blood everywhere. Oh my god, this shirt is disgusting. Right? Like, can you imagine like some of these guys and like there's Freddy Krueger over there in the corner, be like ting 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 ting.
Oh, I'm picturing the scene when Johnny Depp like explodes up to the ceiling in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and then his mom walks in, but instead of like freaking out, she'd be like, "Oh my god, who do I call to clean this?"
Just pulls out a bottle of Febreze. There we go.
I wonder if they have to like dry clean Mike Myers' mask. They have to take it out for dry cleaning.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure that's a felony in 58 states.
Right.
You're not allowed to clean that mask ever. Like Rob Zombie will kill you. And he'd be allowed. I'd completely say that's allowed. Neil, that's oh shit. That's a great suggestion. I love that you came up with that. What other feedback you got for me?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, well, I love it. So, shit, man, you just hit us with a 1-2 punch, and I'm digging that about you. Brad, let's pick up where you left off.
To be honest, man, I gave out all my ideas already. I'm fresh out.
Okay, well, I'm okay with that. So, sweet. Move it along. Tim, any feedback from you?
I mean, I liked because I feel like when you mentioned housekeepers from history, I was thinking of like who cleaned the pyramids, who cleaned the castles, or whatever.
Nice.
And I liked how you took it like a completely different direction, which I feel like it could work either way. But I feel like the way you did it worked really well.
Why, thank you. Yeah, I feel like it should go further into history. Honestly, if you guys want to know the extent of what I wrote, it's Tangina's house cleaning service. That's what I wrote for my set tonight. So I put a whole lot of no thought into it as per the usual, but hey.
Also, who had to clean up? Yeah, who had to clean up the vomit after the exorcism? Like, who had to do that?
Oh, honey. Tangina.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the places that we could go with this is beautiful. And I love it. And I can't wait to see what else happens with that. All right. I have written the feedback. I've taken everything into account. I'm going to throw this comment up here just because I know that Jim is trying to stroke my ego. Tara, you're so naturally charismatic. I think you lead an audience to water and make them drown each other. Jim, thank you so much for that. I appreciate those comments. And you know what? I appreciate jokes and comedians. So let's move this along. Neil, welcome to your very first workshop. Dazzle us with your writing prompt and what you've got.
So the writing prompt was homework.
Oh.
And I haven't done that in a long time, so I just kind of broadened it to school. And then I thought about how it's just propaganda. You know what I mean? like we can't trust textbooks.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like they lied about why we were in Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
You know? They were wrong about Pluto 3 times.
That's hilarious.
You know, like that's too many times to be smug about, you know, like some other social studies event. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we know? Like, how can we trust? I don't know. And then like that made me think who can you trust? You know what I mean? Like none of us are scientists. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess you could trust scientists, but like, I don't know. Didn't like science say it was like cool to smoke while you were pregnant? You know?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we got to give stuff a second, you know, and like maybe double check some stuff. And like, I'm not going to do the research. Like, so everyone's convinced the earth is round, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying it's not, but I didn't do the homework. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like people will be like, oh, it's the curvature of the earth. But you don't even know where to buy a protractor. How are you going to prove to me It's where I stand. You can tell from the sun where I stand. I'm not buying that at all. Like, probably the Earth is round, but if someone I trusted was like, "Nah, man, it's flat," I'd be like, "All right, I'll tear down these globes." That's okay. And there's something after that, I think. A big one is I've seen a photo. I've seen a photo from space. The Earth is round. Like, well, I've seen a photo of Donald Trump with mouths for eyes. So we can do a lot of stuff with photos these days. I don't know if you guys know about technology, but it's moving forward fast. And I don't know. So I don't, so who do you, I don't know. I don't trust textbooks is all I'm saying. That's it. That's pretty much all I got on that. Probably should have recorded that because I feel like there's some nuggets in there that I blew.
You know what? You're in luck, Neil. This entire thing's recorded. You'll be able to watch it anytime you want on the YouTube channel, on the Twitch, or here on the Facebook Live. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And that was a beautiful set. You guys give it up one more time for Neil Rubenstein.
Yeah.
Very first workshop set, and it was damn magic. I already have a favorite line of the night, and that's, "All right, I'll tear down these globes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that. The only feedback that I have for that set is I want to know who the man behind the curtain is. Like, once we figure out where all the textbooks came from, it's like, and it's gonna be some like weird nerd in a corner going like, "Told you guys."
Yeah. What if it's this toothless lady I see on the subway every week?
Yeah.
It's been hard the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, we just thought she was crazy, but really she was running the propaganda machine.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the only place that I could see that going further would be like you finally unmask and you find the man that wrote all the history books and whoever. I picture him being like Willy Wonka, but then I really feel like he'd look more like Bill Gates. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, that was a wonderful set. That's all the stuff I have. So let's move it on to Brad.
Neil, man. So before I say what I had on my mind, I was just gonna ask, like, how long have you been doing comedy now?
6 years.
Okay, I was gonna say because you seem like you would have like a really great stage presence. The way you delivered your material, I thought was absolutely like fantastic. It was like hilarious. Like I guess maybe it's just your personality, but you're like the way you stop and then you continue a little bit, and then you go a little bit more. Like, I'm just learning all this stuff myself. I'm fairly like new to it. So like I think that what you were doing was hilarious, and I think it was fantastic. But the only thing I could possibly say to that, to add to it, is not really criticism, but when you're talking about like, is the Earth round? Like, maybe, then you'd be like, I mean, it could be oval, it could be off perfect circle, by like a degree or two, like,
yeah. Or
I don't know.
Like, well, I'm not saying it's flat. There's hills.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's round-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
It's hexagonal, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe it's shaped like a football.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a square. I just don't know.
Depends on
Flat-ish.
what angle you're looking at it from, I guess.
It's all about perspective.
It could be that flower shape.
Yeah. Or it could also depend on how drunk or stoned you are. All those things put everything in perspective.
Right? Maybe the person that took those round pictures from space was on psychedelics and they were like, "Oh, dude, totally round." And they're like, "Bro, this is a piece of paper. What are you talking about?" It's like, "The globe." And then Neil's all, "Get that out of here."
Yeah. But anyway, man, that's all I got to say. Great job, Neil.
Thanks,
Awesome.
man.
And Tim, on to you for the feedback.
Well, I just have to say, first off, like, for spouting all those conspiracy theories, you had the perfect beard, I feel like, for this.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dude. I don't even know you, man.
So I just feel like I had to make that joke.
No, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like a roast. I would have written something about you, man.
Well, you got time. You got time.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I liked it. I like the Pluto stuff, and I like the globe bit. I feel like one thing for me when I think about textbooks is the fact, like when I was in school, at least, like textbooks were like 50 years old. Like they were written like a while. Like we didn't have new. I feel like that's something maybe you could bring up. I don't know. Like just how old they were.
Our
Oh,
new
yeah.
President Nixon.
Oh, so like say a thing that's in the textbook and be like when was this? Like this was written when? Like yeah.
What do you mean Pluto's a planet? They're like, yeah, okay, well, just wait.
Or
I mean,
like
6
or
months
something
it'll be
crazier
ready.
like according to this textbook, polio's uncurable.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus.
what? Like and cocaine is in soda? What? I don't. What are we doing? What is this book?
This textbook is talking about like COVID-1, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cigarettes are a part of a balanced breakfast.
Yeah.
This book was printed by Philip J. Morris. They know what they're talking about.
Right. Or you could even be like, you could tell how old the textbook is by the way division is displayed. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like long division would be in an older textbook, or like maybe there's a new way to do it. I have no idea.
Yeah, because like
Tell by the
isn't-
rings of the nicotine stain.
Yeah.
isn't there like a thing now is like math is like ridiculous? Like they don't like teach math just linearly anymore.
Yeah, I
So
think there's
like
like
that,
some
like- Oh
Wait.
man, and you would have to like preface it. You would have to like explain it, but then like the punch would be, well, this math book is so old. It says 2 + 2 is 4 with no explanation. Or,
Right.
like, you know,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
and some of them are written in cursive. Nobody writes in cursive anymore.
oh yeah, that's it.
That would be like Sanskrit nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What is this? Aramaic?
Or like a dead language like Latin.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be like, whoa, our ancestors were into some shit. And it's like Grandma's beautiful penmanship from 1924.
This says the Aztecs know when the world's gonna end.
No, that's Grandpa's rent check.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Can you imagine what happened if they found prescriptions written by old timey doctors? They're like, do cocaine about it. They're like, whoa, this is for life.
Yeah. Just
Have some marijuana tea. Yeah.
Ah.
Well, yeah. I mean, breakfast to champions. Hot damn. Neil, that was a fantastic homework assignment. I'm so glad you came. You made the teacher proud on that one. That was freaking-tastic. Do we have any more feedback before we move on to Brad's set? Yeah, damn right, Neil. Give yourself a
Yeah.
round.
I do actually like your beard, Neil. I'll say that.
I was gonna say Tim's making fun of your beard. I'm like, you're the present to Jack Black. This is wizardly.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lovely, lovely beard. It was a lovely, lovely set. And now let's move on to our next lovely, lovely comedian, Bad Brad Comedy. Brad, whenever you're ready, let us know your topic and when you'd like me to start the timer.
Sure, you go ahead and start that now. My topic is virtual reality. So I don't know if I wrote a comedy set or if I just wrote some shit, but I'll just say it now. So, and I said, you know what's funny about virtual reality is the fact that we've pushed technology to the point where we can actually blur the lines of virtual and reality. Like, I mean, that's just crazy to me to even think that it's a thing. And I said, you know, VR could be used for a lot of great things. Our doctors, for instance, can practice surgeries virtually and not have to suffer the extreme pressures of failure on an actual person. Which leads me to wonder how a surgeon practiced before VR came along. You know, like how many people didn't make it through the practice, like, I don't know, practice like delivery, you know, like how many people died because the doctor just didn't have enough practice, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure, you know, frogs and like fucking pandas go so far, but you got to get your experience on the people, I figure. Or now we can travel to places that we've always dreamed of going, but for whatever reason, we couldn't do the trip. You know, some people can't afford it. Some people have like physical limitations. We can experience so much without even leaving our couch now. Or we can just laugh our asses off while we send grandma into like the virtual house of horrors. And watch the magic unfold. Be like, wouldn't that be fun? Be like, yeah, grandma, the Coliseum is just beyond that battered door with the rusty door handle. Go ahead and open it up. I don't know. I just think that'd be hilarious. Poor grandma, like pushing on a heart attack. Or now, like PlayStation had a VR headset a while back. I don't know if you guys heard of that or seen it or whatever, but it had like these two like joystick things that you'd use, and I guess it would like track the movement with all the cameras in the room. And you could experience virtual reality in that way. But I think they missed a very large opportunity for that kind of a thing. And I thought it would normally be called like a Pornhub VR experience. You know, maybe it would come with like a sensor for your cock and maybe like a blow up doll. And, you know, this way, because you're such a loser and you never leave the house because you're playing video games all day, you can actually experience what it's like to be with like a steamy sexual adventure. I only say that because I was once a loser who played a lot of video games, and this would have been fantastic for me. I think I would have really liked it. And maybe you could possibly build in some like different scenes in there, like maybe the classic dark, dirty bedroom with the TV on the dresser. Like that'd be a cool scene, or maybe like the bushes at the park. I don't know. Or maybe the back of like some luxury car that you'd never be able to afford in real life. Like, sure. Or you could maybe take the VR experience down a darker side, kind of like maybe like reenacting like terrorism of some kind, you know, like a hijacking or I don't want to say school shooting, but I mean, that's a possibility too. But there's just so much stuff you can do with VR. But I think one of the most useful things that we could possibly do with it is like create a drug simulator. So this way our kids can experience drugs firsthand and not have to actually take the drugs. But then I wondered to myself, would they become addicted to the drugs or the technology, you know? And then I kind of like, again, you're blurring the lines between reality and virtual, but you know, and then I thought like, imagine, I wonder what a heroin simulator would be like. Cause that kind of just, people just nod off, right? Like, isn't that what happens? Like, I mean, it would probably just play like some children's bedtime chimes or something. I don't know. Fuck. But anyway, that's all I got for virtual reality.
That was awesome, guys. Give it up for Brad. Virtual reality. That was beyond virtually funny. I shit out of that. I wrote lots of feedback because no, it's all good because I was like, ooh, here's what you could do. With the practice surgeries, like I really love where that was going. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
I only wrote practice surgeries and then I lost my train of thought, so I'm not exactly sure where I was going with that. But then with Grandma in the House of Horrors and she has a heart attack, you could circle back
to
nice. Our surgeons.
Yeah.
But that's okay because the next stop over is the hospital.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Nice.
The VR sensor for your cock with the porn game. The sensor's not waterproof, so it then is also a skill game and
nice.
An escape room.
Right.
And with the drug simulator, they actually have those.
What?
Yes, I have an app on my VR called Trip, and it's exactly what you think it is.
Holy shit.
It is a psychedelic trip through VR, and it's wonderful. I heavily recommend it. Maybe don't couple it with the psychedelics. Yeah. That's a little too much. But yeah, for $19.99, you too can have an endless supply of mental health and awareness. But yeah, that was freaking fantastic. And with VR opening up so much, this is an ever evolving bit that you've got here. There are endless places this could go. But those are the only things that I thought of. So yeah, let's move on the feedback train. We're going to take it on over to Neil. Neil, what kind of feedback you got for Brad?
Yeah, the only thing I was super into the idea of like a drug simulator, but now that it exists, I'm like, tell me more about that.
Yeah, that's right.
I no longer have feedback. Now I just have questions about virtual reality drug simulators.
I might be on it right now. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I don't really have any feedback for that. I just I liked, I liked what you were saying. I liked the things. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not doing well right now at this.
You're doing great. No one's under any obligation to perform their feedbacks.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
this is just a weird thing I do. I have no control over my personality when there's a camera in my face.
Okay.
Neil, do you have any more feedback before we move it on to Tim?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Tim, what say you, sir?
I mean, I do want to try that VR drug experience too. I feel like the drug can come with like peripherals, like you get like $1 bill to like snort fake cocaine, virtual cocaine, or like you could combine like the cocaine virtuality and like the porn virtuality by like
That's hilarious.
like snorted cocaine off like a stripper's boobs or something.
Her ass.
Her ass, yeah, or that, yeah. And I feel like when you mentioned the Coliseum and then you mentioned Grandma, I just kind of got the image of like Grandma being like a gladiator in like the Coliseum. I don't know if you could do anything with that. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it. You took it a lot of different places, I feel like.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with like different ideas, like not to just roll with one idea, because I'm trying to feel with what's working and what's not working, and of course getting different feedback on different points of my thing would give me a good indication of which one to actually use and which ones to cut out. So
Yeah, I'd say the drug stuff, keep that.
yeah, cool, man. Thank you.
Always.
Yeah.
Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah, when in doubt, do drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can get them virtually, I mean,
Take those two.
Yeah.
could you imagine what the virtual drug dealer would look like?
Whatever you want them to. I'm sure there'd be avatars for them. And,
Just some like pixelated guy with a trench coat, and he's like, "Hey kid,
yeah.
can I interest you in a program?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
The first one's free. That's the trial.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then you got to buy the membership if you want to keep tripping.
Oh shit.
That is beautiful. All right. Well, we are going to go on another VR little magical trip, except we're going to stay right here in this damn room. And we're going to take it on over to Tim. Tim, whenever you are ready, let me know your topic and when you'd like me to start the timer.
I'm ready whenever you are. My topic was militia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe starting my own militia. It wouldn't be like an actual militia, like it'd be like a comedy militia.
Nice.
So like instead of shooting at the government with armor-piercing bullets, we'll like kill them with laughter, hopefully. So that's, yeah. But I don't know if I could join a real militia, though. I feel like it's, like, I'd have to like grow a giant beard, probably. And I'd have to buy like an AR-15. And I'd have to like move out into the middle of nowhere. And I'd have to get a big truck, which I don't know. I think for me, the thing I want to do least is get a big truck, because I've never been called a racist or like a homophobe, at least not to my face. But there is like one group of people I just have like a general irrational hatred of, and that's just guys with big trucks. I don't know. I feel like they're just aggressively overcompensating for something with their big trucks. And also, I feel like they park the same way I imagine they have sex. Like, they just try to stick it in as many spots as they can and see if that works. Yeah. And I feel like if you see a flag in the back of a pickup truck, it's, like, never a good thing. It's, like, never, like, an LGBTQ flag or, like, a coexist flag. It's always, like, an American flag or, like, Confederate flag. Like, an American flag with, like, toxic nationalism attached and like bumper stickers that say things like, Jesus wants me to have this AR-15 so I can gun down all the non-believers. Which is kind of wordy for a bumper sticker, but you know. Or things like, Adam and Eve can like suck my butthole. Or, don't tread on me unless I elected you to do so. I mean, you don't see a lot of those flags and bumper stickers on Priuses or Subarus, because, you know, it takes a pretty big pickup truck to haul all that bullshit, I feel like.
Nice.
And that's why I wouldn't want to join a militia. I'd have to get one of those trucks, and I just don't think. And I don't know if I could grow the beard either. So. Yeah, that's all I had. Thank you, guys.
Oh, I'm like, you kind of have to say you're done, or else I'm like, and
Yeah,
then Tim, that was awesome. You guys give it up for Tim Miller
Yeah.
on his militia. Okay, Scott, if you're watching this, that line about Subarus and shit, and you need a big truck to haul that bullshit around. I think that is the joke from tonight. Meme it. All right. Tim, I don't have a whole lot of feedback. I love where you went. I think the killing them with kindness, all I could think was like, oh, Monsters Inc. militia.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was what I thought of, and then the parking, how they try and fit it in as many spots as they can. It's like, but somehow they always end up in their sisters. I really think that a familial parking spot could be well placed right there. It's like they're always in the family plot. I don't know. That was all the feedback I have, though. I love where you took it. I love the jokes. That was fantastic. Let's move it along to Neil for more feedback. Neil, what do you got?
Yeah, same thing. Like the parking space trying to bang thing, just like great correlation, and like you could squeeze that lemon forever. Like you could get nuts with it. I think. I think maybe Mark Norman has something where he's like circling looking for a spot. And he's like, I don't care, I'll take the handicap spot. Like I'm in a hurry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe not too deep of a dive, but your angle. So never mind what I said. Do what you do. Forget me. And then the other thing, again, like hauling around all that bullshit, and like you never see a Prius with, whatever, and like just the subtlety of that idea, like the don't tread on me unless I voted for you to tread on me.
Yeah.
Which like they don't get that, like that side doesn't get the irony of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's like really funny too. I don't know. Yeah. Funny stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Yep. And Brad, feedback.
Man, like that was a really funny set. I gotta say my favorite parts were the bumper stickers. It fucking killed me. You could put anything on a bumper sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, man, I think you had like the delivery that you could say just about anything there and it would be hilarious. Like you can just go on for probably an hour on funny bumper stickers and it would just be hilarious. Like but anyways, like I just wrote bumper stickers, man. And the ones you said about like, Adam and Eve, like, would you say it's like sucking my balls or something, man? That was fucking priceless, right? Like, oh man. Yeah. I mean, I don't have much for feedback, man. Just compliments, man. That was great.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Oh my God, you guys, we smashed those writing prompts. That was fantastic. Are you guys ready to work out a little something that we've actually written on our own time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't everyone answer at once, you guys. I have anxiety. One at a time, please. Line up in a fashion. All right. Well, let's get this rolling. I honestly don't even know what jokes I want to work out tonight. So let's just start with one that I think I want to rewrite and we'll see how it works. I love true crime, everything. I love murder shows. I love serial killer stuff. I am a sick individual. Okay. Just, ignore this face. There's a lot of darkness lying underneath it. And like one of my favorite shows, this is going to be everywhere because I'm really not, this isn't written. Anyway, one of my favorite shows right now is called Evil Lives Here. Not like right here. It's like somewhere over there. I don't know. Maybe adjacent. Evil lives adjacent. I don't know. And what I've noticed is there's like 3 types of people that you're going to find on these shows. There's those that are completely oblivious. And they're like, I had no idea. This whole time, he was a perfect gentleman. So nice to me. Or you've got the people that are like, no, I fucking told you. They were evil from the time they were born. They grew up evil. They're an evil little shit. Yeah, I know I'm their dad, but kill him. Kill him dead. Take him down. If you don't kill him, I fucking will. Put him in jail. I'm done. Dead. I told you. I fucking told you. I told you. I told you. And then the third people are my family members. So like, okay, yeah, no, that one's not going to work. I really got to work out a new punchline for that one. Yeah, let's keep it on the true crime train. Okay, whatever. with true crime, if you get into a really good one, the really great podcasts, the really great documentaries are going to delve into some deep ass psychology. They're going to let you know why these people are fucked up and how. Why'd they do what to who for how many cookies? I don't know, but we're about to find out. And spoiler alert, it's probably their mom. Probably my mom, if you get into it. I don't know. If you've met her, you know the stories. And she's up to some shit. But anyway, so you start learning about these things. And I'm just sitting there going, yes, go on. Oh shit, me too. Like, I don't think you're supposed to relate too hard too often to the psychology portion of a true crime documentary. But here I am. Let's see. What else do we want to work on? See, I really should have some shit going. All right, let's work on another one. I got about 2.5 minutes. Let's see where this goes. Let's see. I read a thing that said Mercury's out of retrograde. Anyone know? Did anyone with bangs and a crystal collection able to explain this to me? Like, last time Instagram was telling me it was in retrograde. Now it's out of retrograde. It's back in. I don't fucking know. I listen to Queen. I drink sports drinks. I still don't get the shit. But I do know that somewhere out there, there's a girl dancing along to some Enya album, and she's going to be able to tell me what this retrograde hokey pokey is all about. And I'm waiting for that day. Now, I do have a friend that I could ask about it because, she's into all that weird shit. And I'll go over to her house and she's up to her stuff with the jars and the teas and so many fucking candles. And like, I'm almost afraid we're going to set her tiny house ablaze. But then I'm like, oh, wait, it's made out of a shipping container. And so I'm at peace with the fact that her house is probably not going to go up. And first, let's get a visual of this girl. Like, she looks the way Namaste sounds. Yeah. Oh, you've met her. Okay. Yeah. It's like if Stevie Nicks shopped on wish.com. Like, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of what happens to your macrame if you get it wet and let it listen to Enya after midnight. Yeah. Okay. So you know this girl. Now, I'm making peace with the fact that we don't have a fire permit. And all of a sudden, I just hear, and all the fucking candles lit up just out of nowhere. It's like, whoa, fucking craft. This bewitched bitch of Eastwick is practically magic. I don't fucking... And she's sitting there like, oh, yeah, these are battery operated. That's pretty cool, huh? And Alexa, flicker. And then shit gets real. It's like, yeah, this joke's all over the fucking place. Anyway, so I'm sitting there looking at it like, so what the fuck are we trying to do here, Morgan? Are we gonna like hold a seance for the ghost of vibrators past?
Oh my god.
Yeah, because when mine die, I just turn in the warranty. Yeah. I know, it's 2021. We have those now. These bitches are rechargeable. They're waterproof. It's got Bluetooth in case you want to take your calls on it. Yeah, they've even got some secret settings. You can like set that shit, make a playlist. It'll do everything from a classic Casio samba, like elevator muzak, to you can really get it going with a club remix Skrillex. And yeah, that's like a vibrator getting gangbanged by other vibrators. Oh yeah, it'll curl your toes. But there's also a hidden track on there. It's called Another One. Yeah, you turn it up and you just hear DJ Khaled, and then you just have multiples. Or wait, no, sorry. All you do is win, 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 no matter what. Yeah. Oh no. What? Your legs go up and they stay there? No. You still not? Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna take my shit. We're gonna go play because my ass is buzzing anyway. The timer's going off. So. I'm going to leave that there. Shit. Why is it I did better with riffing than with a joke I actually wrote? Because that's how I do. All right. That's the end of my set. Let's open it up for feedback, guys. Neil, let's start with you.
I love, does anyone put it like with bangs and a crystal? Is that what you said?
Bangs and a crystal collection.
Is anyone with bangs and a crystal collection can explain it to me? I love that. I like that whole run. Like, just like the idea, like the whole like retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde now.
Retrograde.
Now something else is what the can someone explain what the fuck retrograde is? I love that. And then also I like the riff at the end. That's a riff. That was a riff that wasn't written.
That is a joke that I've written, but I told it so poorly and out of order that it would have been better had I just riffed it.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
yeah, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, okay, I kind of want to rewrite it, so let's tell it in a different way and get different feedback. And I actually ended up just massacring my own fucking joke.
Well, I like it. I love the Khaled bit. Yeah, I think it's funny. It's like in the forefront of the zeitgeist. So like everyone's gonna know what that is. You know. I don't know. I thought that was good. I don't know.
Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna throw this comment up here because Jim's calling me out on my oh wait, hang on, not that one. This one. Jim's calling me out on my shit. He can't overcome the lack of structure. Yes, Jim, I know my jokes usually have better structure. This is what happens when Tara naps before the show and then goes, what jokes am I telling? Oh, yeah. So this is what it means to be prepared, people. This is a job. Come to work. Not like this. All right? Okay. Neil, thank you so much for the feedback. Jim, thank you for calling me out on my shit and keeping me responsible. Brad, bring me some feedback, sir. What do you got?
And I kind of liked the stuff that you were saying with the vibrator, you know, with the Bluetooth. And when you said that, actually, because I had a little joke about playing pranks on people, and one of the pranks that this guy and I had it was at a work, you know, we worked out on the road a lot, so we figured before we left on a road trip, we'd like silicone a big black fucking dildo on this guy's desk and put his like the bits for his phone in the knob of the cock, and then call him on it. So he's actually got to like talk into it. So when you're talking about taking his phone calls like on your vibrator, man, that's hilarious. And then like playlist on it, you know, I could just like imagine the vibrator going zzz, 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 like just you get two vibrators in there, man. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh man. Or I guess relaxing thunderstorms, whatever you're into, you know, like.
I keep wanting to put like a 95 Honda Civic in there somewhere. Like,
yeah, sure.
You know, you rip off the muffler and it sounds like a 95 Honda Civic. Like I feel like there's some really douchey ass places I could go with.
Oh man. Or you could like rip the engine out of a Honda Civic and just attach that right to your vibrator, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they're about the same size. I don't know.
Oh shit.
But anyway, that's all I got, man. Sorry, but that was funny.
It. No, don't apologize. I love. Wait, you're in Canada. Never mind. That's a reflex.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry. All right, Tim, what you got, sir?
I mean, I feel like I really like she looked like the concept of Namaste line. I feel like that's my cousin. My cousin kind of looks like that, so I kind of related.
We all know her.
Yeah, and I like the Stevie Nicks, like the Wish Stevie Nicks. I'm just thinking, like, what about like Kraft Fleetwood Mac has like a?
Oh, I like it. I was trying to think of like a great value kind of thing, and
yeah,
I don't even remember where the Wish.com thing happened. I think I said that at a mic one night, and it got a laugh, and I went, "Well, remember that one." But Kraft Fleetwood Mac, I like that.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks was in Fleetwood Mac, right?
I think. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Someone with bangs, comment and let us know. And also tell me what the hell retrograde means.
Yeah.
God.
I liked it. I feel like, yeah, maybe the last part of it could use a little more structure. I feel like I did like the GJ Khaled stuff. I feel like it was good.
Thank you.
You know, I just had a thought, actually, because if your vibrator hooked up to Alexa, I guess technically you'd be like fucking Alexa or Siri or like whatever you're hooking it up to.
Oh,
you'd be like, fuck me.
Oh my God. Hang on. That's a great spot for a callback.
Yeah.
Because it could be like, Alexa, flicker. Alexa, fucker.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, man.
Oh, that's great, Brad. Thank you.
And that's the moment when the AI revolts, is right after that
Yeah,
happens.
that's right.
Yeah, this is how the uprising happens. In the vaginas of women everywhere.
Yeah. Turns out Alexa's a one pump chump. Done.
Oh my
Right?
god.
Oh,
It's like
fuck.
Robo Cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man, hang on. Wait, no, we could go places with this. I don't know any great quotes from RoboCop
It must be
movies. I
cool.
need dudes to help me with this.
I watched them all recently, but I can't remember.
I don't know, but now I'm gonna have to research some RoboCop lines because I feel like that's got potential. Oh,
The only one I remember is some guy on the TV going, "I'd buy that for $1."
Oh yeah.
He must have been talking about ducks though.
That's it.
that was way
That's good
louder.
enough.
I got really excited for a second because, I mean, shit. If those things were only $1, oh, okay. I'm
Well, I
sorry
mean, you
for
could
the
probably
most
find one at the
expensive.
dollar store. You just don't want it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that could also feed into the VR shit. Oh, this could go full circles. It's a beautiful thing. Speaking of beautiful things, let's move it along to the residency beard. You know what, Tim? I just realized you're talking shit about beards, and yours is never going to be as majestic as Neil's. It's like
I know.
his beard is what yours wants to be when it grows up.
Yeah.
Neil, let's hear some jokes that you've written on your own time without a prompt. Go for it.
All right. I don't know. I guess I should do stuff that I want feedback on, right? Okay. So, is it okay if I don't do like a bit? If I just do like a couple of jokes?
Yeah, like
Just-
mine
okay.
was all over the place. Yours can.
Okay.
There is no map. Do the thing.
So one thing that I want to so my wife and I just split recently, and the one thing that bums me out is that like I can never go to her favorite restaurant ever again. You know, this place called I Don't Know, You Decide. I guess that's really just for the married couples. Like what'd you guys used to fight about? Dinner mostly. I want to do. Oh, man, this is. All right, we're gonna go for it here. The system's broken, right? Like we shouldn't. Our health insurance shouldn't be a GoFundMe, right? Like I feel like we can all pretty much agree on that. Like, I mean, I feel like the people who are always like justifying the system are always like 50-year-old men who pay someone else to live in their basement, you know? And it's like, look, guys, capitalism's just not that into you, you know? Stop, you know. Like, like I want like if Jeff Bezos just gave every one of his employees like just a check for $50,000, like he would go down as like the coolest boss in history, and everyone would just spend that check on Amazon. Like it's trickle up economics. Like it just seems like it just makes so much sense, you know? And like, listen, if you went to a restaurant and the restaurant was like if we went to Chili's and they were like, listen, 20% of the restaurant gets chips. No chips for the rest of you guys. You're like, well, how come only the high tops get chips? You would leave. You would stop going to Chili's. You wouldn't be like, well, I'm just going to sit at my table and pull my table up by the bootstraps so I can have a high top too. Like you would just not go there. You would just go someplace where they served chips, like Denmark.
Like Denmark.
argue for capitalism are guys who their dad had one job and 5 kids and it worked. You know what I mean? Now, if you have 1 kid, you need 5 jobs.
Yeah.
Back then, delivering milk was a career. Now it's a side hustle. Like, oh, on weekends I drive from Uber.
Oh my god.
And like, I don't know if this is. It's like, can we just print more money? Like, we have the machines. Just run the machines an extra couple of hours a night. You know what I mean? And create more jobs too. Because then you have to have someone watch the machine. Why? I don't know. It's all over the place.
It's beautiful.
Credit, like, this isn't a joke. This is if you lend money to the bank, they give you 0.5% interest if you're lucky. And they use your money to lend it to your neighbor who has to pay 27% interest.
Mm-hmm.
What if I just give my money to my neighbor? I don't know. There might not be a joke there.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, well, that's
Yeah.
all right. I think there's a lot there.
That is awesome. Guys, give it up for Neil. I love the line, capitalism just isn't that into you. I feel like that needs to be on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That is some merch quality line right there. I also like trickle up economics. That's beautiful because that's such a it was a hard relating joke because I know how many Amazon packages show up at my house each week. My kid worked for Amazon and yeah, so it's like, yeah, if he got a bonus, we would probably just give it right back to his boss.
Yo, if he just gave everyone in America 50 grand, we would all just spend it in Amazon. He would get it all back.
Yeah. I know
That's
exactly.
the problem. Like,
It's
because
still
rich people
right.
hoard all their money, right?
Yeah.
So there is no trickle down because they're not spending it. Poor people spend all their money.
That is
Trickle up economics is not a joke. That is a real thing that will definitely work, and we should try it. I don't know why we don't try it.
I absolutely am behind. See, that's the thing is you had so many things that where I wanted to laugh because it was a great joke. I ended up finding myself going, huh, no, that's a good idea. So, I loved the line where it's like, you know, you used to be able to have 5 kids in one job and it worked. Now you've got 1 kid and it takes 5 jobs. That is a fantastic correlation and everything. It's so right. It's like I almost don't even want to laugh at it. It's like it's just so awesomely right. And the delivering milk used to be a career, now it's a side hustle. I loved that. I feel like that could actually branch off into other things that used to be careers but are now side hustles, like tutoring or like graphic design. It's like now it's like, you know, guys with masters are on Fiverr and shit like that. I feel like that's the only real feedback I have is there's more places that one could go and it could really build that bit if you wanted to make it longer. But I got no feedback. It's all compliments. I loved certain lines because of how they were written and I wanted to laugh more, but you have too many good ideas and I couldn't decide if it was a joke or advice. So I don't want to be rude and laugh at your advice, but I feel like I'm rude by taking your jokes as advice. So
yeah, so I feel like that's why that bit is like hard to work because like if you disagree, you're just going to disagree, and if you agree, you're just going to agree. Like you're not. It's like it's not funny enough. It's like not a big enough leaps.
I feel like a couple of good misdirects could put it in the right spot, because then you're still making your point with like, yeah, you either agree or disagree, but then a good misdirect could take the people that are disagreeing with you and kind of give them a ray of sunshine. I feel like there's possibility in there to make it hit the way that you want it to, just by tweaking it a bit. I don't know. I don't have words for it. So let's just move on to feedback and see what Brad's got to say. Brad, what's on your mind?
I'm gonna kind of carry on with what Tara was saying, man. That was like, I love how like correct everything was. Like everything is the truth, and that's what makes it funny, you know. And I just feel like I wrote some things down. Like when you were going on about the $50,000 to the workers and trickle up economics, you'd be like, that's a textbook written by fucking Bezos, right? Like that's the textbook in your homework bit. You know what I mean? You could link those two together.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd be like, why don't I just give my money to my neighbor? Well, because that asshole's gonna fuck me. I won't see him again. He's gonna take my $3,000 and just fucking bail. That's what's gonna happen. So, but yeah, like, I mean, other than that, like everything was like so true. It was funny. You know, you just got to laugh at yourself in the situations you're in, you know, like, I mean, it's fucked. Like credit, I think that's something I've been playing around with a bit is credit, because like, you know, like before, like you said, you know, like you had money to spend on things. Now you don't. Everything's so expensive. You need credit, but credit just fucking makes you broker because you're paying the interest and the principal. So like the bank is a business. It's crazy. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, I want everybody to unite and just fucking empty your bank accounts all at once, man. Fuck them.
Well, like, because money is a concept that only works if everyone buys into the concept, which is why Bitcoin works, because everyone's bought into this idea, which is why the stock market works.
Yeah.
Like, if everyone was just like, fucking money's useless, you know what I mean? Like, then money would be useless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't.
And I also love like what you were saying about just running the press for another couple hours a night, man, and how it would create jobs. Because, like, funny, right? But of course, if you print more money, then of course it just devalues the money. They say.
But the money's not that. Like,
don't bring that logic to this.
Yeah.
no,
No, but
that logic isn't even correct anymore, because our money's not based on gold anymore.
Okay. Well,
So
print it
the
out.
U.S. dollar is literally based on imagination now.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
It is. It's like it's all numbers in a computer, and they're like,
Yeah.
well, we're in debt. Just move the decimal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
like they don't even actually have to print the money; they just have to add a zero to everyone's bank account.
Oh man.
I'm for this idea. Can we get
Yeah.
2 zeros? Maybe 3? I'd be online for 3.
Yeah.
I love I don't know. I just tying the beard in. I love how the beard fits with the whole Marxist approach with this. I don't know.
Marxist beard.
It's really hitting me in the logic here, Neil. I love it. But yeah, it's Brad and I are in total agreement. Your set's too real.
Mhm.
Not
Too real.
It's beautifully real.
Too real. God damn it.
No, it's not too real. That was Brad's virtual reality set. I mean,
Mhm.
we're getting hacked up in Pornhub right now. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. Brad invented a thing that was already invented.
Right.
Grandma is getting gangbanged by DJ Khaled in a virtual.
Jesus, that's bad. Oh.
I don't know. This we never stay normal for too long on this show. All right, Tim. Make
I mean,
us long
I
with-
agree. Yeah, I agree with both Tara and Brad. I really like. I think you got out strong. I liked your energy. I feel like your energy really made the jokes, sold the jokes for me. I feel like you started out strong. I really like that restaurant bit, because I feel like you took something that I feel like everybody's heard that joke. Like, I can't decide. I feel like you put a new kind of spin on it. I would say with like the Chili's bit, I like the bootstrap idea, but I also like what if you moved your table underneath like the high top and you had like trickle down, like the chips trickle down onto your table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
You get the scraps from the high tops.
Mhm.
Figure out a way to make the chips trickle up, and then we've
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
full circle.
yeah.
That's a good way to introduce to remind the audience of trickle down economics to then.
Yeah.
Eat at Reagan's.
Eat it right.
I feel like the restaurant could be named Reagan's.
But we could be like jelly beans or something.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Tim, do you have any more feedback for Neil before we get moving on?
No, I think that's all I got. I like it.
Awesome.
If I could just say one more thing too, Neil, about you brought up how I guess your girlfriend and you are not together, your wife or your girlfriend, I'm not sure, but I heard a comedian, a local comedian in my area, and I've seen him a few times, and he did this bit about him and his girlfriend, and then one night he got on stage and he said that him and his girlfriend split, so he still did the bit, but it was funny because she's not a part of his life anymore, and you could see like the pain and suffering a little bit, but he's cracking jokes at him, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, like that's real for me. So I have like basically a 7-minute chunk about
Right.
how my wife is too good for me.
Oh man.
And so now that we split, I just switched the perspective.
Nice.
So I just say it was unsustainable. She was too good for me. And then I can still deliver the same 7-minute set,
Right.
just past tense, basically.
Yeah.
And I definitely have noticed the days when I'm sad about it, it gets like some awes.
Yeah.
But the days that I'm just like delivering correctly, it's just as good as before. Like it just hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, like audiences could just sense the mood.
Right.
I feel like I'm saying it the same way, but like the audience totally knows. The audience is like, "Aw," and you're like, "Ah, god damn it."
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
I'm trying to read the room here. All right. Neil, awesome set. Wonderful feedback from everyone. Brad, you are up. Let's see what kind of joke you got to sling, sir.
All right. So I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching a lot of sports these days. I was watching the playoffs for a little while. I've been watching some baseball, and it's just entertainment. And to be honest, I don't know why people get so uptight and so into watching really rich in the peak of their athleticism. Like, why are these people, why is this such a big deal? So I thought, maybe we should put a new spin on sports. And I'll start with hockey. I got a few ideas floating around, and I'm thinking, why don't we have a gang hockey? We just take the local rival gangs in your area, and they just got to settle their beefs on the ice. I could just imagine the puck would go in the corner, and everybody go in there. They'd be fighting over for it, then they'd disperse, and there'd just be one guy there missing his skates and his equipment, just shriveled up in the corner, bleeding a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe a beer league, and there's beer league hockey already, but it's just different. It'd be still professional athletes, but they'd have to start the game at a minimum alcohol level, so they're already intoxicated. And then I'm thinking every time somebody scores a goal, everybody has to drink, both teams, and then let's see. Oh, and they'd also have to chug a beer during each commercial break. And I could just imagine what that would look like for the fans that are in the stands, right? The commercial break would come on, and all the players would just fucking start chugging beers, right? Throwing the cans around, fucking whatever, right? I just think that'd be hilarious. Another thing I think we should do with sports is I think they should allow performance enhancing drugs. I think they should just have a league for people that just want to get juiced as fuck. And I want to see the longest home run humanly possible. They just fucking blow it out of the park, and some lady 3 states over gets hit in the face with a baseball. I want to see who can throw the fastest fastball. What is that? If the guys are not juiced and they're throwing 100 mile an hour, imagine what they would be able to do if they had a fucking I don't know. It's crazy. And not only that, but the hardest slap shots, the longest Hail Mary in football, there's so many things we could do if we just let these athletes take all of the drugs they want to take. Another idea I had was NASCAR or any kind of racing for that matter. I say again, bring the alcohol in, let them start the race, intoxicated. I think every lap the pit crew got a drink, and every time they come in for a pit, the driver's got to do a keg stand for the amount of time that it takes the pit crew to change his tires and his gas. I would pay to watch that shit. Like this would be exciting for me. And not only that, but it would be good for scientific research to see just how drunk people get and they can still operate a vehicle. I don't know. I'm thinking like instead of figure skating, we can have like mixed martial arts on ice, just a bunch of guys with skates and just like kicking each other's ass. I think that would be pretty cool, and not only that, but like as you're on the ice surface, getting the good old ground and pound, the ice could actually like soothe your achy muscles, while you're getting your face smashed in. And I think we should also let steroids be allowed in that sport as well. Let's see. Oh, football. So everybody likes football, right? I like it. But I think what they could do to make football more entertaining is they could secretly plant landmines on the field. Now, I'm not talking like the kill you landmines. I'm talking like maybe there's like a small, like fracture your ankle impact mine out there. Like, I think that would be hilarious. Or maybe they could make the ball spontaneously combust at some point. Or maybe they just got it on a switch, like just sometimes just boom, you hit it. And I think it would make for like a really super cool touchdown. You hit it and like the ball blows up. Or it would be like a really traumatic like run to the end zone. The guy would be running for yards and the ball would just be like on fire in his hands. I don't know. Or the Olympics, the high jump. Now, instead of like doing your traditional high jump where you're jumping for height, I think maybe we should do a different kind of jump where you're jumping from height to see how high the human body can fall and still not fracture your ankles, I guess. I don't know. Another cool idea. You know what I don't understand about hockey? I don't know if you guys like hockey or not, but I don't know why the NHL doesn't allow like 500-pound goaltenders. Like, I don't know if it's in the rule book that they got to skate there on their own accord. Is it? Like, can they just be forklifted and placed in the net and then just fucking sat there? Like, every game would be nothing until somebody finally, like, buttered up a puck and wedged it between the homeboy and the post. I don't know. Like, fuck. Another cool idea I had, too, was, like, crash derbies. I don't know what the proper name is. I wrote it down as smash-up derbies, but you take this traditional, like, crash-up derby, but you put it in an urban setting. So it's kind of like a flash mob dance, but it's like complete chaos and destruction at a random point in an urban city somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got, guys.
Oh my God. Now I'm trying to think of what those smash up derbies are called.
Right.
Demolition Derby.
There we go.
Okay.
Demolition Derby. Thank you, Neil. Oh my God. The first part of your set, all I could think of is hockey, Canadian. Of course, it's about hockey. So that I was just cracking up. But then I was like, the more you went on, I was really getting behind it. Like the performance enhancing drugs being allowed. Hell yeah. We got a whole bunch of meth heads running the 500-meter dash and
whatever they want.
Yeah, like I could really see that going places, and you've got like the Okie Blow 500. Like, I don't know. I see that going places. Drunk NASCAR, I'm hella behind, especially, for the people that only attend races to see the wrecks, that would really up the quotient.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, you're really going to increase the likability of the sport for non-NASCAR fans. It's like, and for you liberals out there, just wait. And, MMA on ice, I feel, has a lot of potential, especially when some guy like takes off his skate and tries to like shank someone with the blade. And if you're allowing the performance enhancing drugs, then you'll have some crackheads in there. It's going places. Why did I write ice rink injuries? Oh yeah, because the ice is like right there. I pictured like the fights going like, hang on, let me roll over, this shoulder hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Football with the mines and the spontaneously exploding football. This is sounding like one of the Saw movies.
Oh,
So I
Jesus.
think you should have Jigsaw as a field announcer.
Oh, nice.
And the whole thing, like, it starts with like the static, and then he comes up on the screen and he's like, "Hello, I would like to play a game. Tonight on the field, we've got the Cleveland Browns versus the Miami Dolphins. Let's see who survives." And it like really would amp it up. And again, for those of us that are not sports fans, I would tune in to see some flying body parts. And then with the goalie, the, you know, immense goalie, I picture it being a walrus. I think that we could like bring in like a zoo feature. 'Cause, you know, if there's no weight limit on your goalie, humans do have a maximum capacity. We can only get so big. So I think that if you're really going to step it up, travel outside the species, get yourself a walrus, maybe a blue whale. I don't know.
for sure.
Get a humpback on the ice if you can find a rink big enough. But there are places you could go with this. And buttering the puck and slipping it in there was a great line. I feel like that could be used in a lot of different contexts.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that was all fantastic stuff. I don't really have feedback or critique, just compliments and other places it could go. So that was fantastic, Brad. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Neil, let's take it on over to you. What feedback do you got for Brad?
First of all, the NASCAR keg stand. Killer. And then just riffing off of Tara real quick, like Jigsaw or Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Yes.
And then the walrus, like if you wanted to like riff or act out, like pretending it's a person. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, and you're like, oh, John, what a cut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like you try to convince the other team it's a person. They're
Right.
like, dude, it's a walrus. You're like, dude, don't. Dude, he's super sensitive about his teeth. You gotta
Put a T-shirt on him that says "I'm not a
Yeah.
walrus."
just like straight up like a jersey, like a hockey jersey, and just like
Thanks.
yeah, just like whatever name, and he's like dude, he's obviously a walrus, man. You're like, yo, man, like don't talk about him like that.
He just has big fangs because he has bad teeth because he's
Yeah.
so big. That's
Yeah.
Your retainer or braces on
Yeah.
it. Like
That's
he's
his
so
custom
calm.
helmet.
yeah.
And then two things. So like you're talking about like hybrid sports, and then a fat goalie. So like sumo NHL.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Right? And then the other thing, MMA, like like if you break a leg and then have to have like a plate put in your leg, that's legal. So why not just put titanium rods in your fingers,
Hilarious.
right? Like so you're just like just like Anderson Silva's just like half robot. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, I can't be beat. Like, like.
Actually,
and
I'm just
then,
sorry.
and then the NFL thing, like I was thinking bear traps.
Oh, nice.
And then also like just because you're going so big on so many things that like taking a low might be funny, where you're just like, just stop preventing CTE. You know what I mean? Like just because you keep going up and up and up, and it's just like totally real.
Yeah.
And I think like it might just undercut like real nice and just be like a
Nice.
like a little boop. But yeah, that's what I got. I just Tara's walrus. That's all I want to do is a bit about a walrus. Like I want to do a sketch about a walrus goalie, and they're just trying to sell it as like a guy. Like, no, it's Wally.
That's
You're like,
Wally.
that's a walrus. You're like, no, dude.
He's got no
he's not
fucking
going out.
legs.
He's very self-conscious. He's got an eating disorder.
Yeah.
We're inclusive now, people.
Yeah. Oh man.
We're trying to be diverse.
He's a diversity hire. Don't worry. about it. We have a Tusk quota.
Yeah, that's right.
Just bad. It's just he's British. What do you?
See, See, and that's why I say if you put braces on him, it could really pass because
Oh
he
my
could just
God.
be an awkward
With the-
teenager.
those like rubber bands. He's just a walrus with rubber bands outside his mouth.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Petrol piece of bread stuck in
Oh
one.
my God.
Oh my god. Yeah, this could be a really fun hockey game. I think if you mix it with Disney on Ice, this could
Oh,
go
nice.
places. You triple your ticket value. Oh my god. Tim, what do you got?
I mean, I liked your set. I like you went all kinds of places with it. I feel like at the beginning you mentioned playoffs, but I don't feel like you specified. I guess I figured with hockey playoffs, but
Yeah.
I feel like because not some people don't know what playoffs are going on, like I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like the gang thing, like having that's just like the Mighty Ducks reboot right there. It's
Right.
just two, yeah, it's just Miole Esvez trying to get two gangs to like come together and.
Oh man.
And I think for the beer league, are they just going to play like if they start vomiting, or are they just going to play through the vomit? Like that's
yeah.
just the question. Yeah,
They'd have to.
yeah,
Like I guess in real life they scrape up the blood on the ice, so they'd have to just like stop the play and scrape up all the vomit and then continue on.
yeah.
Nah, dirty
The
plays and
world's
bylaws.
grossest Zamboni.
What was that?
The world's grossest
Oh
Zamboni.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, gross.
Vomboni.
Bomboni.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Uh,
Oh man, that took a delicious turn. Yes. Now I'm picturing like the bonus rounds, or like the losing team has to dine on what the Zamboni picked up.
oh.
This sounds like a Fear Factor episode. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's technically a sport.
Yeah, for sure.
Joe Rogan comes out, and now they're losing team.
We've got teeth, we've got blood. There might be some feces in there too, because the walrus is not house trained.
Oh,
Oh my god. All we're missing is a couple of misogynistic jokes, and it is definitely a Fear Factor episode. Yeah.
I mean, Joe Rogan's already doing like MMA. I feel like it wouldn't be a huge leap for him to just jump to like hockey.
That's very true. Yeah. I really think that if you just took all of the sports you mentioned and glommed them into one, I think that could go places. I mean, maybe for the Olympics.
yeah.
I would sponsor it. I might plan it. Fuck, I'll train for it. What kind of drugs we got to do?
Yeah, right.
Tell me now. I'll start training with my VR. I mean, if it's anything with psychedelics, I'm already ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tim, do we have any more feedback from you?
I think that's all I had. I liked it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, it is your turn to tell. I liked it. I just want you to know I liked it.
Yeah.
Tim, it's your turn to tell some jokes, sir.
Okay.
Ready, set, do a thing.
I don't know. I feel like in terms of like self-imposed sexual like injuries, like autoerotic asphyxiation is like overexposed. I feel like you hear about that. You don't hear about like the people like that are like electrocuting their nipples with like car batteries. I don't feel like you hear enough about those. I feel like they need more recognition, really, because I feel like somebody at some point has died from that, and I've never heard of them. And I want to hear about somebody dying from electrocuting their nipples. I mean, I've never done it myself, but I did work in a kitchen one time where like we had a really faulty stove where like if you touch it in the wrong place, it would like electrocute you.
Oh man.
And I'll admit I probably did that one too many times, like, and I got like a weird pleasure out of it. So I feel like next step is probably the car batteries. Maybe. I don't know. I just makes me wonder, like, if there are people like getting electroshock therapy or like people getting the electric chair to like getting aroused during that process. I don't know. I think one of my favorite things about, well, actually one of my least favorite things about being a comedian is when people try to give you jokes.
Mm.
Yeah. Like no other profession has that. Like nobody goes up to like somebody like a novelist on the street and like hands them a paragraph and be like, "This is a good paragraph. You should put that in your next book." Like nobody goes up to a plumber of like just like one pipe and be like, "This is a good piece of pipe. You should put it in like your next sink that you're installing." I don't know. Like I made the mistake of telling my coworkers that I do comedy, and now they expect me to just be funny at work all the time. Like, really, I'd save it all for the stage. Okay, sue me. I like to save it. I don't. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Is that mine or?
I don't know. It's not me.
It's gone now. Okay.
Aliens.
Yeah, aliens. Like they started calling me funny guy, like kind of ironically. And they're like one of the guy that actually started calling me funny guy, like told me the story, like involving that he thought was funny, involving like a real doll convention or something, like the fuck dolls. And he told me I should use that in my set. I'm like, well, I'm not going to use. I like to write my own material, and I'm not going to tell a story about your life. I'm not like a biographer.
Mm.
I blame my mom for my conception. Because I if I'm doing the math right, I'm pretty sure I was conceived on my dad's birthday. And if my mom had just let him do anal like he probably wanted to do, I would probably still be like half of me would be in his balls and half of me would be in her ovaries right now. So I wouldn't be here. But I am here, and I think that's all the jokes I have. Thanks, guys.
That weird face I was making at the end was me trying to do math of how half of you would be in balls and half in the ovaries. And I'm like, the ass does not lead to the ovaries. And then I'm like, oh, wait. Okay. No, you probably would have ended up in the toilet because you would have been in the balls. You'd end up in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm not with the next number 2. And I don't know. You'd end up on a hockey rink somewhere probably because the water gets recycled. You're want to see someone get electrocuted by their nipples on a car battery. I mean, Santa says you've got a weird wish list, kid. I'm not faulting you for wanting to see that because I too think it would be pretty cool. However, I've never verbalized wanting to see that, and that's the difference between me and you. You are more honest than me, and I dig that about you. I do hate when people try and give me jokes. I think every comedian can relate to what you were saying. However, we're the only ones that can. That joke, if you could write it with a correlation that is like, I know how you were like, hey, I'm going to hand a writer a paragraph. I'm going to do this. Make it even more normal. Like, hey, drive my van instead of yours. See how it feels. Hey, you want to try my wife? Like, just, I don't know. What is it? Unsolicited giving of things. Because I know we all get it. Every time I see my in-laws, it's like, hey, I've got a joke you could put in your little skit. And then they tell me about something that I have no correlation with. And like, it's usually something has to do with my father-in-law. And I'm like, I'm not a middle-aged man missing a pinky. How am I going to make this funny? But then I say those words and I realize that middle-aged men missing pinkies is still funny.
Well, I hate when they call it skits too. When anybody calls it.
Yes. But I got nothing for that. I nod and smile because I haven't put that boundary up yet. But yeah, I feel like there's something in there that you could make it more relatable to an audience that is still palatable. I don't know. I'm not even really sure what I'm trying to say here, but I don't know. I feel like right now, as it stands, the joke's relatable to comedians. However, audiences are going to be like, what? That's a thing? Like, maybe I do that. I might have done that, but it would be like, it's like me giving you a kid you didn't want. And it's like, hey, you know, I saw you play with a child at the park one time. Here, try this out. you should totally raise this thing that you have no intention of ever wanting. And so it's like there's something there. I don't have it, but someone probably does.
You look like such a great parent. Why don't you raise my kid for me?
Yeah, like something like that. Like there's got to be something that's just so common that audiences would pick up on it and then not even know that you're talking shit about them. Like there's a way to covertly turn that into a really relatable joke for the audience, not just comedians.
Yeah.
And then the whole Real Doll convention, as you're telling about this guy, like, hey, talk about this. That in itself, turn that into a story. Like it has all of it in there. And then when you're like, I don't even know how to turn this into a joke, you just fucking did. Like it comes around in a circle, and then I stopped writing. So all of my thoughts after that, we reached a threshold and I don't remember anything. So but that was my feedback. That's a great fucking set, Tim. I loved it. Let's move it on to Neil for more feedback. Neil, what you got?
Damn it, I just spaced. Yeah, I like when people come up to you and they go, they're like, "Oh, this is a funny thing, right?" And then they tell it to you, and they realize as they're telling you it's not funny, but then they double down. They go, "Oh, well, you're the comedian, you make it funny." And you're like, "What? Like you just gave me more work? Fuck you!"
Just give me a broken child to raise.
Yeah.
And then that's the other thing. It's like, so like they'll go, they'll trivialize things also. They'll be like, "Oh, you should go on Joe Rogan's podcast. You ever think of that?"
I feel like it's so easy to just get on there.
And then they go, "Oh, my cousin Bill, he's a comedian. Do you know him?" Hey, my brother drives a car. Do you know him?
How many times have you been asked if you know Jeff Dunham? That many. Yeah, me too.
And then the other thing with the like, he's a comedian too. It's like, yo, I tried doing brain surgery once.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go around telling people I'm a brain surgeon. Like, that guy wouldn't vouch for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, stop being like, "Oh, my cousin's a comedian." Like, is he? Did he sacrifice his fucking friendships and his relationships and his home life to pursue a dream that he's had since he was a child? Didn't know? Then has that.
Cousin went to an open mic once.
What? Yeah,
An
exactly.
open mic once.
He killed at the open mic.
That's
Everybody
my
that
favorite.
knew him thought he was funny. So
That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
everyone thought-
We're all the same here. Like,
Yeah.
Are we? Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know a guy. Do you know do you know Robin Williams?
Yeah, we hung out last week.
yeah.
He was a comedian.
Actually, that was my belt. I feel bad, but
Yeah.
Do
I'm
you have Parkinson's too, since Robin Williams has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm closer to Robin Williams than I think. We both committed suicide. Just I didn't do it yet, but we'll get there. All right, that's my feedback. Is the that's it. Thank you. You're good job.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
We did it.
Thank you, Neil. Brad, moving on to you. What's your feedback?
I think going back to what Tara was saying about the people giving you the jokes, I think that you could probably say something about each particular person that's telling you to give, like this giving you the joke, but you could make a joke about that particular person and it would probably be funny every time and it would still be relatable to the common person, kind of like what Tara was saying. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I thought that would be funny. And I think it would just like make that person that gave you the joke regret the fact that they ever gave you a joke, which would also be hilarious. But anyway, and then the other thing I thought was when you were talking about like the nipples and the electricity, it made me think of Dr. Hose. So like imagine if like Dr. Hose had like a line of sex toys, man, that'd be funny. Like you guys heard of Dr. Hose, right?
We're
He has
not-
like the like. So basically, he's like you'll see him on these infomercials, man. He put like these electrodes on you, and they like, they stimulate your
Oh.
muscles, and they like, I guess, make your pain feel better or something. I don't know, but like it's a electrotherapy of some kind. But Dr. Hose has like been selling it for years. So I think, going back to your your nipples and stuff. If Dr. Hose had some sex toys, man, or some fucking batteries, I don't know. I think that'd be funny.
Dr. Hose for your no-nos.
Yeah, there you go, man.
And then you've got like the low budget version where you just lick a 9-volt.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh man. But yeah, that's all I got.
That's
Thank you.
an excellent point, Brad. Yeah, make the jokes that are being given to you specific stories. There's where I was trying. There's the thing. That's the thing we were trying to find. Brad found it. Good job, Brad.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we did it. We just completed another round of the workshop. Woo woo! Oh my gosh, I do want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank everyone for watching. And before we get out of here, we are going to go around and give everyone a chance to say where we can find you. So Neil, starting with you, go ahead and tell the people what you got going on and where they can track you down.
I am constantly on the road. Please come see me live. NeilRubenstein.com for dates. I got the YouTube and the TikTok. Just give it a goog.
Give it a
Funny.
goog. That's going on a t-shirt now.
Mm.
Awesome. Brad, you are up. Tell the people where to find you.
The only thing I got going on, man, is Bad Brad Comedy on Facebook. That's where you'll find me.
Awesome. Go give him a like and a follow. Next up, we got Tim. Tim, where are you at?
Tim I. Miller Comedy on Facebook. I have a comedy special out now on Vimeo called Anti-Socially Distant.
Nice.
And I have a podcast I'm doing called It's the End of the Show as We Know It, where we talk about series finales of TV shows. I think season 2 will be out soon.
Awesome. Very exciting. Looking forward to that. And as always, you can find me on the Instagram at Terra Christian Comedy. You can also find me on Facebook, Loaded Relaxation Comedy. Go give us a like and a follow. You can find us Sunday afternoons playing Russian Roulette, the riff ruled by rotation, the original concept open mic riff game. We do award cash prizes to the top 3 players. So come and spin some jokes with us. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. We're reaching the end of the show, and I am reaching the end of my concentration. But anyway, go give me a like and a follow. Go to Relaxation Comedy. Go hit up my Instagram. My link tree has all of the links to where you can find me. Ticket links, show dates, merch store, all of that. Let's see. Coming up this week, I'll be in Bothell, Washington on Saturday night with the Laugh Tech Uncovered Comedy Showcase. It's the Welcome Back special, their first stage thing since the pandemic started. And I've been all over the state of Washington recently, and now we're going to start branching out to other states. So go stay tuned for that. And if you're a business looking to sponsor anybody, we are forming an all-women's comedy tour that's going to be hitting countrywide. So hit me up with that if you want to get in on it. That's just a shameless plug for trying to get money for businesses. But anyway, this is the Comedy Workshop. You can find us here every night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. If you're a comedian and would like to get onto the panel, just reach out to Scott Porteous or Kevin Eggleston, and they can get you on a lineup. But until then, we will see you here tomorrow. I'm here every Sunday, and enjoy the rest of your evening. So thank you so much for laughing with us. Thank you very much for telling jokes. My mouth has gone completely off the rails, so we're going to call it a day. You guys, peace out, party people. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Thank you.